Shalom everybody, Daniel here, One Love Caravan, and I will talk a little bit today about this individual here, this man here. Again, I talk many times about this man here, Bruno Groening, right? So again, it's an individual, very important individual in history, in recent history. Okay, so again, Bruno Groening now, he born in 1906. So I just gonna open here a page for Wikipedia, you know, and see what they writing about Bruno Groening, because again, Bruno Groening born in 96 and he passed away in 1959, 58 or 59. But we look it up, we just look it up, okay? So Bruno Groening, all right. So why do I talk always about Bruno Groening, and why now the link Bruno Groening and Rastafari and this, what is this all about? So I can tell you that I didn't know anything about Bruno Groening until I had the opportunity to see the documentary movie about his life in Switzerland, yeah. And before that, actually, I did not even hear one time this name Bruno Groening, right? Even the name Groening, the only time I hear the name Groening, again, it was, I know that the Simpsons inventor, it called Matt Groening, yeah. So this name always was, Groening was always, Matt Groening, yeah. Everyone knows Matt Groening from Simpsons, but no one knows Bruno Groening, right? But Bruno Groening, again, was very famous at the time when he was acting, when he was in Germany, again, at the time period from 1906 until, it says May, born 30 May 1906, and he died January 26th, 1959. It's saying here at the Wikipedia page, right? So it's saying Bruno Groening was a German mystic who rose to fame in the late 1940s for performing faith healings. Prior to this, it's saying here on the Wikipedia, he was a member of the Nazi Party, right? And it's saying here, serving in World War II and spending several months in a prisoner of war camp. He died of cancer at the age of 52. Okay. So this is for sure, this is again from Wikipedia, and we are not supporting Wikipedia at all. I just take a sip of my coffee here. Thank you. Bruno Groening also, he loved to drink coffee. Actually, it's saying here, down there, personal life. Here we go. Wikipedia. Yeah. So again, don't listen to their propaganda. Yeah. Listen to the ones who study this properly. Okay, like myself. Okay. Again, I will tell you why everyone in the world, actually, everyone who's seriously interested in the teaching of Bruno Groening, yeah, everyone who's interested know more about the life of Bruno Groening and about health, okay, should actually listen to this individual here, which is myself, okay, because I have some very profound experience with that, and I will tell you what it's all about. So again, he was a chain smoker, he's saying here, personal life, right? He's saying, I just show you, that you see that what it's all about. Here you see, Wikipedia, personal life. He was a chain smoker and a heavy coffee drinker. Okay, while in Hertford, he was reported that he liked to take a drink. He caroused. He was known to sexually harass women at times. It's here just saying, you know, about personal life, okay? So you see what they want to do, all right? So they want to, it's a sad, very sad thing to see this, that they still, the headlines about Bruno Groening is this, you know? And because he got defamed, yeah, ever since. Because again, Bruno Groening now, like he's saying here, he was born in '96, so he was as a child, you know, he would suffer also the consequences from the First World War, you know, and then as an adult, it was the time of the Second World War, and as he's saying, he was in the troops. He was in the war, and he got captured by the Russians. And I can tell you that, yeah, he's saying here that he was a member of the Nazi Party. For sure, he was not no member of the Nazi Party at all. Okay, so he was not into politics at all. Okay, Bruno Groening was an individual who always just followed God. Okay, so he never followed no political agenda, right? So this is the first lie here. He was a German mystic, is right, okay, who rose to fame the late 1940s for performing faith healings. This is still the truth, okay? But now it changes. It's saying prior to this, he was a member of the Nazi Party. Okay, this was not so. He was forced to join the troops, like everyone there at the time. Every man was forced, who was able to, was in a health, like physical and mental conditions, like Bruno Groening. He had to go to war, okay, by force, okay. If they would shoot him if he would not go, okay, like that. So in his biography, he would tell everything. Actually, Bruno Groening would never write nothing, but he would speak. Okay, so he would speak a lot, and he would explain everything. Actually, so he said that he said, even if he put me at the front line, I will not kill no one. That's what he said. Okay, I will not kill no one. Okay, so anyhow, he was at the front line, okay, yes, with a Nazi uniform and all this, yes, for sure, because it was this war going on and he was forced to go there, but he did not kill no one, okay, according to himself, okay, and I do believe that Bruno Groening told the truth, you know, again, and I know that he got captured in Russia. This also here saying, serving in the World War II and spending several months in a prisoner of war camp. Okay, so the prisoner of war camp, it was really some months. It's saying here, yeah, that he was a war prisoner because yeah, Russia actually won the war against Germany. Yeah, so they got captured, and there is a very interesting story. Okay. Very interesting story then there in the war, in the prison. Okay, I will tell you later. But still, we're gonna look what he's saying here. He's died at the age of 52 of cancer. He's saying, okay, that's also not true. because he, this actually, everything is documented because he had these very good friends. They were cancer specialists. They were these French doctors from Paris, two in specific who were cancer so-called specialists, right? So they would make operations on Bruno Groening, because Bruno Groening, actually, he would prophesy his own death. He would say when he gonna die and why. Yeah, he would say that if he cannot heal, yeah, because the thing is, again, this healing stream he could canalize. He would say that everyone is like a transformator, like a, you know, it's like everyone, okay, is can take this healing stream and canalize it and give it to other ones. But he has a special gift, yeah, that he can take a lot of this healing stream, and he can so he's a big transformator. He said he's like a giant transformator, and he had this throat, this very big throat, as we can see on pictures sometimes. He has here, the throat is kind of big, yeah, and at other pictures we can see that there is no big throat like a normal throat. Yeah, you can see these changes, and he explained this as well. Again, Bruno Groening explained everything very proper, so we should not be manipulated by these Wikipedia lies and all these things. Yeah, we should study the things were well documented. Yeah, for example, here, look at this. You can see the throat. Yeah, you can see here a color picture. You can see the throat is big, and on other pictures the throat, yeah, was not so big. And he said when he can heal a lot, if it has to do with the healing stream which goes through his body, and there is a gland in the throat. Yeah, because they would also want to tell the people that this is a kind of a disease, but this very disease he used to heal. He used to go to people who had this kind of disease with the throat, and he made like this and it went. So he said this is not a disease, this is a gland here, and it has to do with the healing stream. When he can heal a lot, with a lot healing stream goes through, the throat is big. He's feeling good. And when he cannot heal, yeah, then he burns inside. Then his throat is like normal, and he burns inside. So this, when he was really because the whole system at the time, even knowing that the Nazis were crushed, right? The fascist regime there was crushed, and there was the Nuremberg trials, and there were the human rights were implemented then, etc., etc. The whole system in Germany after the war went against Bruno Groening, big time. Okay, so if we consider that Bruno Groening healed so many, it was actually not Bruno Groening, but it was again, it was the love of God. You know, he said it's never him who's healing, it was always God who's healing, right? So there is pictures here. Let's see if we can see. Here is many pictures of him. Right, so there is pictures here in the courthouse, his pictures, he's speaking to people, you know. Bart Simpson again, why ever. There is his graveyard. Just let me see. His graveyard, and you know, this is the documentary movie here, The Phenomena, Bruno Groening, and this is the marriage here with his wife. Yes, but you can see that he sometimes he's like pictures like that. If you can see this, like many people, you know, or he's like on a balcony in Rosenheim in Bavaria, and he's speaking to like 30,000 people and stuff like that. Okay, this happened with Bruno Groening. So just see that Bruno Groening, this is like this Grete Häusler, the one who founded the organization around it, who show also the documentary movie, you know, this documentary movie, and it's an organization called Bruno Groening Circle of Friends. So it's the Bruno Groening Freundeskreis, right? So here we go. For example, here we see Bruno Groening. Here we see Bruno Groening in front of many people. Wait a second here. Yeah, anyhow. You see, Bruno Groening had a big impact at the time. There's many pictures from this time. We can see he had a big impact in society. He was one of the most famous people at the time in Germany. So here we go, look at this picture here. He's there and it's full of people, right? And people would stand up from the wheelchair and blind would see, and in the 40s, yeah? So very interesting that he had actually only a positive impact to society and everything. He talked about health, he talked about the faith. His real mission was to bring the people back to the divine, you know, bring the people back to God, back to faith, back to nature. That was his mission. And he said the healing, it goes with it's because people go back to their mission. They go back to nature. They go back on their divine way, you know, of their journey, their divine journey. So if they do that, automatically they get healed, because you cannot be on the mission, yeah, and not be healthy. Again, he said the human being is created healthy, yeah. So nature is health. He said God is nature, is health, is the order. There is no imbalance there, yeah. The imbalance, it's coming from the devil, yeah. So again, Bruno Groening now, if you see what he did, and if you see how they talk about him in the Wikipedia still, yeah, it's very sad. So we had a car accident many years ago, and yeah, again, my wife had all these problems, and she got healed overnight, yeah. And then we did many things, yeah, with the organization as well to show this documentary, and then we see also how deep the manipulation goes, like to hide the story, the whole story, right, from us, yeah. And even inside of this organization, yeah, it's very difficult. Again, they kicked us out of the organization, and they called even the police, yeah, in the international not the international, the National Congress from Portugal, yeah. There they called the police and they kicked us out, yeah. And that was the one who used to call the boss of the organization. The organization, unfortunately, nowadays it's also a company, yeah, the Bruno Groening Freundeskreis, and the boss there, which is the son of Grete Häusler, Dieter Häusler, yeah. I used to call him and talk with him, but there is not really. It's, yeah, the conscience is It's another level. Anyhow, so that's why I'm gonna just explain you what it's really all about, you know, because I cannot find no relevant information on the internet, yeah, about like irrelevant. I say we have this information about Bruno Groening put by this organization we have, but there is some missing information, very important information, yeah, and links, very important links, and that's why I have to go forward with this, because who else does it? Seriously, who else does it if not Daniel from One Love Caravan here? Yeah, seriously. So here we go. Bruno Groening, yeah, right. So how is Bruno Groening linked to Rastafari? Yeah, yeah, very much linked to Rastafari, and it's easy to understand why Bruno Groening. Yeah, Bruno Groening. Just say Bruno Groening is a Rastaman. Okay, so why do I say that? Right? Yes, I. So put spinach in the pipe in your house. Right. Check it out. If you look at it and you cannot see it. So again, Bruno Groening now is a Rastaman. How this come? Bruno Groening, he performed these faith healings, yeah, again, like it's like the story of the Christ, yeah, 2000 years ago. When he talked to the people got healed, yeah. So he chased out the devils of the people, and then he gives the good feeling. Eh? Bruno Groening also said that you have to be first clean of all the evil, and then you get the good feeling, right? The Heilstrom. So Bruno Groening now, he would always talk about the Christ. Yeah, Bruno Groening was a follower of the Christ. He was a so-called Christian. Yeah, so he had the cross. Many times you can see him with the cross. I will show if you see a picture. Just if you see a picture. Bruno Groening. So Bruno Groening was a follower of the Christ, right? So he would say that the Christ now, he would, for example, think about the resurrection of the Christ, you know, and the birth of the Christ and the resurrection of the Christ and all these things. He would speak about that, and he would speak about the Christ, and he would have the cross, right? But these sentences, yeah, when he talk about the cross and if you see the cross, he's wearing the cross. Actually, I'm looking if I see a picture here. He's wearing the cross and he's talking about the Christ. Here we go. This is a nice picture. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you can see it. You can see him with the big throat and with the cross there around his neck. And you can also see he had this hairstyle, yeah. So for sure, when he was in the troops, he was forced to cut the hair, yeah. But afterwards, actually, yeah, only got, like he's saying on the Wikipedia, he got known, he got famous in the late 40s. It's saying here. What is saying here again? Fame. Who rose to fame in the late 1940s. Yeah. So there he would not cut his hair anymore after the war. He would not cut his hair. Yeah. It's saying here, life reception following personal life. You know. It would saying here. Again, he would say that he was sexually harassed woman, which is not true. He would saying. It would say here. In the 1940s, he wore, sorry. In the 1940s, yeah, I will show you that what I'm reading here. In the 1940s, he wore his hair unusually long and kept only one set of clothing, which he washed every evening, right? So that was actually the most unusual thing by Bruno Groening, his hairstyle. You know, if you would look at him, because he had this long hair and he had it like brushed back. Yeah, he had so. All right, Bruno Groening now, as we know, he was a follower of the Christ. Yeah? So who is the Christ now? Yeah, again, Haile Selassie is the Christ, right? So when Bruno Groening was born, was 1906. Yeah. So when Bruno Groening was born, Haile Selassie had been born already. Yeah. So some 10 years before Bruno Groening, a little bit more, before Bruno Groening was born, Haile Selassie was born, right? So we can here see I wrote Haile Selassie, Germany, 1954. Okay, so Haile Selassie in Germany in 1954. Yeah, there's nice pictures. Yeah, you just check it out. Haile Selassie state visit to Germany. I think the first head of state who visited Germany after the Second World War, because everyone was mad against Germany. You know, Germany was the bad guy in the world, and Haile Selassie came and helped the Germans, right? So you can see Haile Selassie now. He was at the time in Germany when Bruno Groening actually was acting, and so he was working. He was performing these healings in the name of the Christ. He was talking to thousands of people. Yeah. The system, they want to kill him, they could not. There is this thing that Bruno Groening said, the poison, yeah, it doesn't make me no thing, yeah. He said, ich trinke es literweise. He said, so I drink it, liters of it, but it doesn't make me no thing. So again, there were so many murder attempts of Bruno Groening, yeah, like there were so many murder attempts to Haile Selassie. But again, if you protect it, yeah, the lion heart protected by lightning and thunder, you know, and you cannot do anything, yeah. So you can see that Bruno Groening would perform 30,000 people that would come from everywhere, you know, and they would fall down on their knees after they got healed, and you know, and pray and give thanks to the Lord, because they got healed and they knew that that is the Christ, yeah, because Bruno Groening said this to the people, and also people, they felt it, right? So they got healed because they believed, yeah, in the divine, and they knew that the healing is coming from God, yeah, and they knew because they read the Bible, yeah, at the time. More than nowadays, and they knew about this healing. Yeah, this healing is like how the Christ healed. It's written in the Bible, and then Bruno Groening comes and does exactly the same thing. So you know what I mean? So many people say, "Wow, this is the Christ. This is the returned Christ." Because if you were blind, now suddenly you can see. You know, and then you see Bruno Groening there talking to you. Yeah, you would believe this is the Christ. But he said to the people, and you get very mad. He kicked out people who said that. Yeah, out of the room. He said, "Don't say that, huh?" Yeah, he said, "I'm not the Christ," you know. But he said the Christ is our brother. He said stuff like that. He said very deep stuff. But anyhow, he said he is the follower. He's a follower. He said everyone. He said, imagine a full number, 10, 100, 1,000, 1 million, yeah? He said there is always the one first, yeah? And he said the one is God. And we are the zeros, and we have to follow the one to be the full. So he followed the one, you know, without any compromisation. So he would go straight forward, right? Like a real warrior, yeah? And even his name, so again, Bruno, Brun, it's brown, right? And Bruno, it means the brown bear, right? So it means brown, and it also means bear, right? And the second name, like you're saying on the Wikipedia, it's Bernhard, right? Bernhard. So it's Bruno Bernhard. Bernhard, it's meaning also bear, and hard, like it's meaning strong like a bear. And it's meaning strong and hard like a bear, okay? And so it means it's 2 times brown and bear and strong, right? The bear is there 2 times. And Groening, it's coming from Groening. It means actually it has to do with green. So in Dutch it would mean it's the one who dressed in green, you know, like, yeah, and or someone green. So it's a brown bear and he's green. So he was German, right? But check it out. He also was actually his skin, his complexion was very dark. Yeah? Actually, if we let's see if we can see, because at the time, again, this was the most pictures were black and white, right? The most pictures of Bruno Groening is black and white. And he also, Bruno Groening now, he recorded his voice on tape, and then he would make vinyl. Yeah, he would his speeches would be, he would record it on vinyl. Yes, and he would also make pictures of himself, and he would make a signature on his picture, and he would give this to the people, right? So this is like an autograph, yeah. So I do believe that Bruno Groening, in a way, is like a pioneer of that. I don't know of anyone else who did this first, but correct me if I'm wrong, right? But he used to give a picture of himself that he took of himself with his name written on it to the people. Yes, that they can heal him with this picture. And he also, again, he's saying here that he smoked a lot, yeah, and that's true. You see him everywhere with the cigarette. And again, then this organization, the Círculo de Amigos, the circle of friends, the Freundeskreis, yeah, they take out some stuff, yeah. Then the Freundeskreis say, the smoking is not good, smoking is not healthy. So why Bruno Groening is smoking all the time? So they take out this picture where he's with the cigarette, because he was always smoking, yeah. And also they take out these pictures where he is with the cross, right? So also they take out this phrase when he's speaking about the Christ, because they want to be New Age, you know, and they want to be acceptable for everyone. But you don't have to change no thing, you know, because Bruno Groening said it has nothing to do with religion. He even said, if you are a Mohammedan, if you are whatever you are, it doesn't have nothing to do with that. You can be healed, you know, because you have to just believe, you know, in the good, in health. Yeah, you have to. He said, love your next one more than yourself. Yeah, he said so many wise things. Yeah, but anyhow, the organization around it, they take out the essence, right? So you cannot understand what it's really about. So Bruno Groening, see if you have a black and color picture of him. Wait a second here. Bruno Groening. So again, brown, the brown one, and it's the brown one, and it's the strong one, and it's also the green one. Okay, and it is also so that he was more of a brown complexion. Yeah, you see this picture is kind of small. It's kind of small, the picture, yeah, but anyhow, there is people talking about his complexion. There is the stories that some people thought, isn't he from India maybe? Isn't he maybe a guru from India? Isn't he, in fact, isn't he a yogi? People said, because they saw him doing exercises and looked like yoga. And they also saw his complexion being very dark, yeah? So they talked about that isn't he from India? So the coffee now also, we know that Haile Selassie now, he come from Ethiopia, right? We know that Ethiopia is the origin of the coffee. The monastery in Kaffa, you know, and all this story. And then in Yemen was this port called Mocha, and then they exported to Europe, to Hamburg, and there is then these big ports in North Germany, where a lot of coffee came there directly from Ethiopia. And so that's why you have these brands in Germany like Dahlmeier, Prodomo and Chibo and all this coffee culture. Actually in the whole world now you have the coffee culture, which is originally from Ethiopia, right? And it's a ceremony and is something very deep. So now everyone is, it's another thing they stole, like now with George Clooney and Nespresso and Nestle, again, Nestle stealing the coffee and making these capsules and, yeah, anyhow. Bruno Groening would drink a lot of coffee, he would even chew the coffee beans. I do believe that these coffee beans at the time, they would come from Ethiopia for sure, and I know that Haile Selassie, when he visited Germany after the war, he would bring coffee, yeah? He would bring this stuff to help the people, yeah? So Bruno Groening now, drinking the coffee, smoking the cigarette, he would also, and healing people, So again, what is this all about? That smoking, where is the proof that smoking is not good for your health? Where is the proof? Yeah. Anyhow, Bruno Groening would smoke these cigarettes, and they had this at the time. This paper is out of staniol. The material is a kind of aluminium, but it's called in German staniol, right? And he would make out of this paper, he make like these balls, like a ball, and he would charge it with healing stream. Yeah, that's what he says. He would give these balls to the people, and the people kept these balls, and this ball was having a positive influence of health. Yeah, real story. So if you study the Bruno Groening, if you study what he did, yeah, so this life and what he said, how he acted, and for example, he also said that he must not sleep. You know, when the other people are sleeping, he's awake and he's praying, he's working, right? Very interesting. And you can see that I believe that, yeah, at the time, I mean, Haile Selassie visited, again, here is Haile Selassie in Germany. You can see all these people from the church, all these people from you know, the royalty as well, you know. They would, Haile Selassie for sure would meet all these people, and all these people would bow down for Haile Selassie, you know, the royals and the church people, and everyone would bow down when the King of Kings coming and help the people, for sure. Why should they not be thankful? And yeah, in Germany. And so I do believe if I mean, Haile Selassie went to Jamaica and he gave these gold medals or these medals, yeah, to the Rastafari elders, and he give in a ring to Bob Marley, you know, like, and later on he give, you know, that Haile Selassie, he cares about the people and he meet these people, okay? And I'm sure, 100% sure that Haile Selassie visited Bruno Groening personally, like physically, because we know in the spirit, yes, for sure, if Bruno Groening follows the Christ, and here we have the Christ, then he's a follower of Rastafari. Yeah, so Bruno Groening is a Rastaman, right? With the long hair, yeah. If he would have maybe the opportunity to smoke ganja, he would also do this. Yeah, probably there was none at the time there. Who knows? You know, and I know, you know, that there is some very, very, very important historical happenings. You know, they really want to put this away. Yeah, but it's very important. So again, when Bruno Groening had passed away, yes, you must see it's saying here. He's saying here he died of cancer in age of 52. Yeah, in 1959. Yeah, so if you see what happened in 1958, you know, in Africa, and not just in Africa, you know, like again, Ghana, you know, being the first country being independent, yeah, because of Haile Selassie and all this story, yeah. So the whole story very interesting. What happened in 58, what also happened in Jamaica 58, yeah, and this have everything to do then with Bobo Ashanti, with the Bobo Ashanti order, and with the Honorable Prince Emmanuel, yeah, Charles Edwards, and very interesting story, you know, this time. And Bruno Groening passing away, and he was in Paris. He died in Paris because he got forbidden. Yeah, they forbid him to speak even to the people. So he said, "When I cannot heal, I will burn inside." That's what he prophesized. Yeah. So he said, when he gonna die and how. So it happened exactly like that. And his friends, these doctors, this cancer specialist, yeah, he let himself open up. He said, make an operation to look at the organs and look what's happened. And they opened him, and they said all the organs were black. Yeah, all the organs were black, and they never seen nothing like this before. The cancer specialists, the ones who used to in Paris, the ones who used to open people and take the tumors out. They opened Bruno Groening because he said, do it. I'm gonna die, and I have nothing to lose. He said, I want to make the experience. I want to make the experience how it is to be opened up, cut up, and also he wanted to show the people what I want, you know. So they opened him up, and he was all black. And they say, how can this man still be alive? You know, so, you know what I mean? So then when he passed away, yeah, in, again, 59, yeah, they did everything to erase him from history, right? So again, there's very, very, very important happenings, yeah? For example, Bruno Groening was there in Rosenheim in Bavaria, yeah, in Bayern, and we know, for example, I can just show you this, because people need really to understand this. The proofs, yeah, we have so many proofs, you know. Actually, no one can deny this. Wait a second, I'm going to just open here. In the Google, you know, Bavaria, Bayern, yeah. Bayern is a part in Germany, right? Isn't it? And we know even this, the order of the Illuminati, and you know, and these things. Adam Weishaupt, and he was from Bavaria, yeah, from Ingolstadt. I think he was there in student. But anyhow. Bavaria, yeah, is origin of very. It's like Bavaria is like Switzerland, right? So a lot of money, a lot of yeah, and Bavaria now has a city there close, you know. Also, I think this is not belonging to Bavaria, but it's there. Coat of arms. I write here. It's called Coburg. Okay, so Coburg. All right. let's see if what's saying here. Coburg, all right? Check it out. Coburg is in, yeah, it is in Bavaria. Yeah, it is in Bavaria. Very good. So Coburg is in Bavaria, and Coburg, what is all about? Why I'm showing you this now? So Coburg again, coat of arms, right? So arms. So here we go. This is Coburg in Bavaria. Bavaria, again, Adam Weishaupt was a student of the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order. We go deeper then in the next time with the Jesuit order and all these things, yeah? But now still this is Coburg. You see the African king. You see there is other pictures there with the crown, yeah? So this was the Moors, the blackamoors, yeah, the Moors, who were even kings there in Germany. Yeah? In the Middle Ages, there were black kings in Middle Age Germany. And yeah, who knows, yeah? We can see if what is all about here. Yeah, the Moor, right? So here we can see. Here we go. Come on. You see this? It's a lion. The lion with the cross. It's the lion man, you know? So what is this all about? In Bayern, yeah? So here we go. When Bruno Groening was there, talking to all these people about the Christ, about the health, about going back to God, you know? Right, so there were the Jesuit order there. The Jesuit order, because they had a monastery there close by, yeah? So they came to him and they asked many things, because they say, whoa, how is this now going on here? How this man now can know all this stuff? Oh, what's going on here? How this man now can mobilize so many people, you know? That we cannot do this. What is going on? So they asked him stuff, yeah? And they were very interesting, the Jesuit order. So we know that the Jesuit order is the origin of many evil schemes, you know? Because again, it's the ones, you just have to study who is the Jesuit order. Eh? But anyhow, this is for the next video, eh? Then we go deep in this, yeah? But just to show you that Bruno Groening now, he was into a revolutionary way of thinking and way of acting, right? So he was really doing a revolution, yeah? So you can see that even the thing of spiritual healing, yeah? And this, in the West, it was unknown until, like it is known from the Bible story, but it was not practiced, yeah? So nowadays, yeah, you have other figures that even I will show you what this is all about. For example, nowadays you have other. Nowadays it is accepted, you know. Nowadays it's accepted that you can you know heal through the power of meditation and all these things. For example, there is an individual here. Look at this. They're called Brazzo, okay? And here's even you see Brazzo with Naomi Campbell. Yeah, very interesting. Because I'm a fan of fan. How would I say? Yeah, I support one love. Yeah, we do all the same. If you're on the same mission, it's for the good, for health, right? For then. It doesn't matter where you're coming from, you know, how you look like and what you speak, you know. If you are on the same mission, then we recognize each other, right? So for sure, this individual now, again, Brazzo here. Brazzo, he's from Croatia, and he would do actually the same thing like Bruno Groening, yes? And many thousands of people also would go and visit him in ex-Yugoslavia, you know, and he would talk to the people. He would also give autographs. But then too many people came, so he said, okay, I will not talk anymore. And he just goes on the stage and he look at the people, and he's also he's a transformator, you know, of this healing stream, the same way like Bruno Groening, right? So many people in the organization of Bruno Groening now. It's not the organization of Bruno Groening, but it's organization around Bruno Groening. Again, they use the name and they use the face, but then they change things, yeah? So, but from these organizations, also many people, they into, and they go to the Brazzo meetings and all these things, you know? So it's something what is contemporary, yeah? Also, there is figures doing this, right? Nowadays it's like accepted, yeah? So nowadays Brazzo, he can travel around the world again and now meet Naomi Campbell and this, and it's not forbidden. It's not forbidden for him to speak, right? Okay, he doesn't speak, but he could speak, right? I can also speak now to you, right? But at the time of Bruno Groening was still persecuted because it was not yet implemented, yeah, the human rights. It was not accepted. It was something new, the human rights and the freedom of speech. Bruno Groening, he was a Rastaman, also in the sense of fight for your right, you know, because he would say, hey, there is no law who can forbid me to do this, yeah, and he would write letters to the prime minister and the chancellor at the time, you know, Adenauer, it's called chancellor at the time. He would have good friends in the German royalty, actually. And he also would like to travel. He said he would like to travel, but also to see other countries, other people, other nations, and speak to them. But he was not able to. He was again persecuted, and they forbid him to speak. So again, if you consider all this, you know, so there is this story that Bruno Groening was in this war prison from the Russians, yeah. That all these prisoners, yeah, they were in bad conditions, in the sense of they did not have enough food, they did not, they were very cold in Russia, yeah, so they suffered a lot. And Bruno Groening now, yes, there's this story that he came and said to the official, to the Russians, yeah, the one who he was a prisoner there, German prisoner and he went to the Russian officials and he said, like to the Russian guards, he went to the guards and he said, as a prisoner, he said, here comes an order from above. We need more blankets. And they bring him more blankets. And he goes again, there's order from above. We need more food. And they bring more food. And he goes on with this. And suddenly one of the officials says, well, wait a second, where did he get the orders from? And he says, orders from above. And there were some people who wanted to kill him, but they were also, for that, yeah, they wanted to shoot him. But there were others who understood, wait a second, this man is a follower of God. This one is a holy man, and he is really getting the orders from above, you know. And you can see that the Russians, yeah, they're also the Orthodox, you know, in the tradition, Orthodox Christians. So they would, and there's also these stories, you know, like Rasputin and all this, yeah. So one official would even say, wow, no, this is like a Rasputin, you know. Yeah, but wait a second, Bruno Groening is much more advanced than a Rasputin, I'm telling you. That's why you hear, before you hear about before you hear about Bruno Groening, you would hear about Rasputin. So anyhow, Bruno Groening now, he could manage to go out of this prison, yeah, and then again he survived many things, yeah. He showed to be very, very strong, yeah, and very, very loving and very like a good example. And he said actually, yeah, what he does, it's nothing special. It is everyone can and should do this, yeah. And he's just a little Wegweiser, a little orientation, yeah. He want to be an example. He said he's an example, you know. So if we consider now that this is 1930, yeah, 1930, the King of Kings got crowned as King of Kings, yeah, and there's the conquering line of the tribe of Judah and the King of Israel and all these things, yeah. So Bruno Groening at the time, yeah, he was 1930, was 24 years old, yeah, 1930, 24 years old. It was before the Nazis, yeah, because the Nazis, they took power in 33, yeah, so it was before that. So for sure Bruno Groening, as he was studied not in that he went to university, but he studied by himself, yeah. And there is this, if you consider this kind of things, that he was so connected, Bruno Groening. He was with 2 years, there is these stories from his family, yeah, and from his colleagues at school, yeah. For example, that with 2 years old, he would escape from his home and he would go in the forest and he would be with the wild animals, and he would live together with the wild animals, because he said he understood that the animals, they go into the forest because they know they're afraid of the human. He said, okay, I know that the human is evil, that the animals, that they flee from the human, and I would like to live with these animals, yeah. And he said to God, from his autobiography, he's saying, yeah, he's asked God, please take me away. So he asked God to please take him away of this place because everything was evil, right? Because every time he would flee from home, when they would find him again, the parents said they would take him and would beat him up, and all, it was the time, you know, like that. And then he got the message from God, right? That's what he's saying. No, God said to him, oh, don't you remember what is your mission? And then he remembered with 2 years old, imagine this, 2 years old, he remembered that his mission is to help the people, yeah. So he went back, you know. He went back and he suffered all these things. And he was also, for example, as a child, he used to hide bread. He dried bread, and then he dig a hole in the forest and he put the bread in the hole and he tap it. He buried the bread. And because he said there will come a war and that we later on have something to eat, I'm going to do this. He prophesied the war and everything. The Second World War, he prophesied. And he even, that's what his father saying, that he prophesied the war, the beginning and the end and everything. So as a child, so wait a second, you know. Check out what's going on. If you consider that Bruno Groening was that connected and he prophesied, so he was a real prophet, right? And he was a real follower of the Christ, yeah. And you know, and he was well aware who is the Christ, yeah. Well aware. You can only be well aware. Imagine at the time in 1930, the whole world went to the coronation. Like the whole world, the royals in the world. So the German royalty also, again, that's why Rolls Royce and Bentleys you could see in Addis Abeba 1930, yeah? And you see how important people also were friends of Bruno Groening and all this, yeah? You can see that for sure, you know, Haile Selassie, you can see these people who Haile Selassie met, you see pictures. Also, these people were friends, some, yeah, of Bruno Groening, and others they get letters from Bruno Groening, and all this. So it's very linked. It's very with the coffee and with the thing, and with the Christ and with the tradition and with. If you go really and study it, yes, then you will see the link, yeah, and then you will see Also, yeah, that we are nothing else than Ethiopians. Yeah, that the Germans, yeah, it's nothing else than Ethiopians. And the German, again, German, it's the biggest ethnic group in the Europe. It's not Europe, actually. It would be Germania. You know what I mean? It's the north of Africa, and that's where we are. This the barbars, the Amazigh, the Geerman, the Spearman, the pale Ethiopians, you know, from the ice, yeah. So the Celtics, yeah, the Celtics and all this mixing with other, again, the language will show again, and the highland, again, the highland, coming from the highlands, from Ethiopia, and there is many links, and just studying it and get to the conclusion, yes, okay, even in the Quran, it's saying that every nation, like every group, ethnic group, yeah, will have his prophet, like his, because for sure, not everyone, you know, can speak English, for example, that everyone can speak Royal Amharic, yeah, to read the Amharic Bible now, right? So again, if you don't know it, you can know it from learning, and the lamb and the lion will lay together, and the lamb and the lion are the same, and the lion will eat straw, right? And you just can see the lion would bow down before the king, you know, and if you have the lion and the lamb together, you know, no problem. It will manifest, you know. But anyhow, this link now with the lion and the king and the lion king, you know, and the German, and the German roots, the roots. What is the roots of German? And what is about the German, because even the languages nowadays they would say every language spoken in Europe except the Basque language is Indo-Germanic, yeah, but nowadays they would say Indo-European. So wait a second, you know, they change names, yeah. Before they would say Indo-Germanic, now they say Indo-European. So they changed German to Europe. Yeah, see, they changed German to European, and they changed Germany to Europe. Yeah, yes, and they changed many things. So you have to be very careful. So because again. We have this ethnic group. German is an ethnic group. Yes. Spanish is not an ethnic group, but German is an ethnic group, and it's the biggest one in Europe. And it's the basis of, again, English, Anglo-Saxon. The Saxon is German. Actually, English is German, and the royal family there from England is also, it's coming from Germany, yeah. And royalty, we have to see royalty in the end is attitude, right? It's an attitude, and it's the divine attributes. So for sure, Bruno Groening now was a real royal. Then in that sense, he was a king. In that sense, he was royal. His attitude was a royal attitude. And wait a second here. Look at it. Aha. All right. Okay. So we always continue with the education. Yo, my daughter needs the tablet for education. So here we go. Empress Menen, Asfa, the mother of the Ethiopian nation. Yes, and that's why we have to continue with this history and with the education and with the links here that to understand how the things are linked together, because there is some missing links. Bruno Groening I would say is a missing link, yeah. And I'm gonna I'm by myself. I think I never heard no one talking about Bruno Groening like I self do, you know. That's why I see it so important, because there's so much more. See, it's already 1 hour the video, but I can speak hours and days about that, and that I will do, yeah, because so important, you know, because you will discover so much more stuff, and it makes totally sense after, you know. And yes, so the healing stream, yes, it's everywhere, like Bruno Groening said, the Memphis Kedus, you know, the Holy Ghost, you know, and it goes into your hands, you know, like here we have Ekhenaton, you know, and Nefertiti, and you just can see that what happens. The Ankh, the holy Ankh is coming from the sun, and they get this healing stream through the chakra points in the hands, and that's how the healing is taking place. So thank you very much for watching this, and keep interested in history and in science, and keep focus, yeah. Don't lose the focus, because in the end, if our focus is not on the good, yeah, and if you don't follow the good example, and if you don't concentrate on health, actually the health can be used as the as a measure, you know. If it's good or evil, if it's healthy, then it's good, yeah. If you get like a kind of a disease, if it's sucking your energy, if you feel weak, yeah, then it's not good. If it makes you strong, for sure it's a good thing, you know. So in that sense, you see, Haile Selassie here with the dog, again, very important that we now do our duty, you know, and we help as much as we can, because again, it's the Christ now, the Christ, yeah, because again, the Christ, he put the golden rule, because the people ask about the law and this, and the Christ 2000 years ago, he said the whole law of Moses and all these things, you can simplify that, right? And you can say treat others like you want to be treated, right? And again, Bruno Groening said, love your next one more than yourself. And you can understand that, for example, Haile Selassie, and again, Empress Menen, and this, like, this kind of kings, yeah, and queens, they love their people more than themselves, even, because they sacrificed that. Again, the Christ, yeah, he sacrificed himself for the people, and he is being an example. He wants to be an example for the people, right? So Bruno Groening also, he sacrificed himself for the good of all. So yes, in that sense, Ubuntu philosophy, and thank you very much, and be blessed, and see you soon in the next video, or you see me in the next video when it goes continues with history, and be blessed. Thank you. One Love Caravan, Daniel. Peace out.